Welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. We've all got questions about our homes and ways to make it safer and more power efficient. Now your residential electrical specialist, Brandon Hogan, is answering your questions. Take a look.
Hey everybody, I'm Brandon with Electrical Specialist, and today on this episode of Ask Your Electrician, we're going to talk about GFCIs. So first, what is a GFCI? A GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter. And to understand what that means, first you have to understand what a ground fault is. Ground fault is when a live wire comes in contact with something that's not supposed to, like a metal box, a metal pipe in the wall, or someone standing in a puddle trying to plug something in. It's where power is going where it's not supposed to. So ground fault is a bad thing, and these are meant to try to protect it. Electricity is always going to follow the path of least resistance. Those of us who've done a little bit of electrical theory know that. I'm sure you've heard it before. That's kind of where this comes into play. This is a GFI. So they were patented in 1965. They didn't start getting put into homes until the mid-70s. It always takes a little bit of lobbying and whatnot to get people to buy into safety items. It's just part of the system. But how do they work? Most people don't understand how they work. You can't see inside of them, so you got to make a guess. But how they work is they measure the current coming in and going out. So you've got power coming in, say, from the panel, and it's a steady line, and then you've got it going out. Well, say something happens like it hits a pipe, it hits a metal box, it hits somebody trying to plug it in. Well, you've got a consistent path coming in, and now there's less going out because it's splitting off and going to you. So it sees the difference and it shuts the circuit off. Where should they be located? That's what we get a lot of questions asked. You know, is it just by the sink? Is it just outside? Things have changed since the 70s when they first came in. Actually, today's 2023 code that just took off here a few, month ago or so, it's just down to even countertop. Not just, it used to be 6 foot from water, and people actually used to take strings, cut a 6 foot length of string, and it would say from the basin, as in your sink, a pool, a shower. So you could hold this on the edge of the sink and go 6 foot out. And as long as you're within 6 foot of this, it has to be GFCI protected. Well, things have changed, and now any countertop in the kitchen, bathroom, anything like that has to be GFCI protected. They found out things like your kitchen island, you're going to have a pitcher of water on it, you're going to have a crock pot. Just because there's no sink in it doesn't mean there won't be water or moisture in that area. So they've changed a lot of that recently, and that's why we like to use GFCI breakers. They protect not just the one location, but the wire all the way to the location and past. This way we can do a whole room and a whole circuit at once instead of just the one location. A few stories I have for you. Well, these were actually invented because there was a lot of fatalities due to pools being built, just water in your home, crawl spaces. People were going in the crawl space to work. They'd knock out a light bulb, they're laying in a puddle of water, bad things happen. There was actually about 1,000 deaths a year related to residential incidences. And when they incorporated these in the 70s, it actually reduced the death rate to about 10% of that, about 100 a year. So they do work. There's a great purpose for them. I've actually got a story from someone who left a comment online. I thought it was a good one to go with. This gentleman says, I wish back in 1952 the house we lived in had a ground fault breaker in the basement. I was 7 years old when I went down to the basement and wanted to turn on the light, but could not reach the chain. So I climbed up on the water tank and grabbed the chain. Getting electrocuted, I immediately started screaming and was frozen between the string and the tank. My mother came running downstairs with a wooden broom and knocked me off the tank. I had 2 black holes burned in my thumb, and the doctor put me on bed rest for 2 days. There is a good reason to have these. Please have them in your home. Also, please test them. This one's supposed to be tested monthly. Just make sure they work because they do a great job. It's an easy way to keep your house safe. Thank you very much.
This segment was sponsored by